With the third pick in the 2025 CFL draft, the Ottawa REDBLACKS select Keelan White, wide receiver, Montana. Saskatchewan, you are now on the clock.
The Canadian Spider, receivers with the first and third picks. Keelan White began his career at Montana as a walk-on, immediately earned a scholarship, bet on himself, and the payoff continues here tonight.
Yeah, and I'm just going to acknowledge, sitting across the room, Jim Barker is 3 for 3, by the way. Top 3 guys on Jim's board. Top 3 picks in the draft. But yeah, the thing that stands out about Keelan White, you know, he's not a guy who's going to overwhelm you with anything physical. Right? The testing numbers aren't great. There's not the exceptional size of a Damian Alford or anything like that, but this guy has just been productive. Smooth receiver, great feet, good route runner, disciplined, and again, consistent production, which is something you've got to like for an Ottawa team that has historically, I think, struggled to put themselves in a position to have 2 Canadian receivers on the field. So maybe working towards that down the road with White.
Yeah, it could certainly change the dynamic of that offense and give them even more options, as you said. I like the idea of trying to give what they probably could have and should have wanted to get in one of the Philpott brothers, now in Keelan White, and obviously having the connection there of North Vancouver and all the rest. You know at some point Drew Brown is going to be leaning on a young Canadian receiver, despite the fact, as I said, they've got all that high-end American talent. And so now you get an option, Lapo, to have your offense have a little bit more variance likely going into this season, because they're also going to change a little bit of the look of that offense this year.
What he was exceptional at was his hand-eye coordination. Out of all the guys I watched, he snatched the ball out of the air. Like, some guys are body catchers. This guy caught with his hands. His hand-eye coordination was spectacular. The other thing, you mentioned it, Dwayne, is breakpoint mechanics. That's at the top of the route. He could get in. He isn't the fastest 40 guy, but he can get in and out of breaks quickly. That's what you want out of your receivers. And the other thing, like, he is a vertical accelerator. He does a great job of key to separation is vertical acceleration. So he gets people backed up, and he can come right down his stem with that really good footwork of his. So this is a great pick for Ottawa. Ottawa gets a young player that they can develop and put him into Tommy's offense, and it'll be a good pick for him.
Vertical acceleration, that was the thing that held me back.
Fullbacks, not great at vertical acceleration.
57 receptions. He led the Grizzlies, a team that went deep into the FCS playoffs, and no drops, if you can believe it. Drew Brown will love that. Next up,